for a little while was made lower.
That's interesting.
Because that's the questions can go either way, which is a quotation of Psalm 8. He's pulling right out of Psalm 8 right there.
In Hebrews.
This is the book of Hebrews,
Okay.
which is a reference to Psalm 8. And Psalm,
so let's take a look at this, because that's very interesting. Wait, what verse is this? Right here. So in the ESV, it translates it with additional wording from KJV.
So it says little lower. They're going to translate for a little while because it's a temporal sense. Is it a temporal sense?
Oh, that's a pretty big jump.
Well, yeah. And
okay, so for a little while he was made lower than angels, you're saying?
Yes.
So can God ever be lower than angels?
But then you also look at Hebrews 1.
My question, Dan, can God ever be lower than angels?
No, not God.
Okay, but Jesus was for a little while.
So this is what we're talking about. Yes. Jesus took on himself a human nature.
100%. So that means when he was made lower than angels, he could not be God. Because you just said that God could never be lower than angels.
Well, this is the mystery. Right.
This is the Christian like eject, and everything you can't explain, it's a mystery, right?
Well,
but my question
are you supposed to fit God in your head?
I don't, but I do believe in God as He has told.
What I'm saying is, He beyond the categories that we use?
Dan. I asked you very simply: can God ever be lower than angels? You said absolutely not.
Yes.
And then I asked you: was Jesus for a while lower than angels? You said yes. So by what you have said, Jesus could not be God at that time because he was made lower than angels, right?
So what you're doing is the math problem.
No, it's not math.
No.
Very simple logic.
No. It's logic. What you're saying is God is not lower than angels.
Yes.
You said Jesus is God. So therefore, if Jesus is lower than angels, then he can't be God.
Yes.
That's the math you're doing.
Well, that's not math problem. That's pretty logic. I'm not adding 2 plus 2.
No. What I meant is logic.
That's a human logic. Yeah.
So that's fair.
Okay, good. But appreciate that.
And this is where we're saying, and that
is just a mystery. You just got to believe.
Well, how, if God can do anything, can he take to himself humanity?
So let me explain.
Can he do that?
I got you. Relax.
Is that possible? Well, yes or no? Yes
I got you.
Yes or no?
Listen to me. Listen to me, Dad.
If you're going to do me a yes or no.
I got you.
Okay,
yes or no, right?
Okay.
Some things cannot be by definition. Okay? It's not, right? For example, can God be a liar?
No.
Why not?
He can't be a liar, but we see some evidence in time and space where God has used false prophets to people.
You're saying God lied?
I'm not saying God lied.
Okay.
I said God judged people.
But God doesn't lie, right?
God doesn't lie.
Okay. So God doesn't lie. I don't want to get you into another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It's just going to be bad for you, so I don't want you to go there.
No,
but I'm saying you're saying God cannot lie, because that's against the greatness of God. He was always. I mean, the Bible says, right? God's not a man, so he should lie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, if I was to ask you, if I was to tell you that this person lies, right, and he's God, you would say, wait, no. The definition of God is that he doesn't lie, so he cannot be a liar, right? So I'm not saying that God is restricted by anything. That God is all-powerful, all-capable. But God has certain things that he has honored himself with, like not lying. So I would say God cannot lie, right? Not because I'm saying he is incapable, but because it's against the honor of God. Okay?
I think he's incapable.
You think he's incapable? You think God's not all-capable then?
So what I'm saying is, so we're getting into that thing, right? If God is not capable of lying, then there's God's like, he cannot, because it says he cannot lie. I think.
All right, there you go. But he has put that restriction on himself, right?
No, I think that's who he is.
I agree with you.
There's no law outside of God that he's restricted.
100%.
It's his very nature.
It's who he is.
Yeah.
And as God, who he is, he's all-knowing.
Yeah.
So he cannot not know.
Because killing us.
That's exactly right. So God, from who he is, he's never a man. He's never not knowing. He's never in need of food or drink, because that's not who he is. God is all capable, all powerful, all knowing.
The water that we drink.
That makes sense?
Yeah, but it
does it make sense, Don?
Yeah. So
do you have a Quran?
We don't know what.
I do not have a Quran.
Let me give you one as a gift.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, cool. I have a Bible, so I read the Bible.
No, fair. That's completely fair.